What's up with y'all? Today we got 12 times security cameras caught terrifying encounters. Let's see what we got. Now, before we get into this, the only thing my grandparents got, security cameras and whatnot. And the only thing that I've ever seen on there that was like kind of weird was like a mosquito that looked like an angel or something.
In this
That's,
footage, an adult
other than that, that's really it. But let's get into it.
man suddenly begins screaming in the middle of a phone call while standing in his kitchen, despite the fact that no one else is home. Seconds later, he rushes out the front door, jumps into his pickup truck, and refuses to go back inside. The unsettling videos were shared by a TikTok user
Man, he probably seen a ghost. I ain't scared of no ghosts. You know what I'm saying?
named Cassie Bay. According to her, she had left home one evening after a family argument and went to stay with her mother for a while to cool off. A few hours later, her husband called her. He was clearly terrified. He explained that the kitchen countertop had suddenly started vibrating beneath his hand. He had no idea what was causing it and couldn't get it to stop. Frightened, he grabbed his keys and ran out of the house. When Cassie
That's a mental illness.
returned home,
I guarantee you, watch.
her husband was still sitting inside his truck. He refused to go back into the house and wouldn't even walk up to the front door.
God says, you know what, I'm gonna do. Oh shit! What is that?
I thought that was him making that pig noise. Well, it was, but it was the security camera that distorted it. Nigga sounded like a pig ass nigga. What the fuck?
The couple then decided to review the security footage together. The man's scream is unsettling enough on its own, but a closer look at the footage reveals several other strange details. If you watch the countertop carefully, a small red packet can be seen shifting position on its own. A stack of papers sitting beside a baseball cap also appears to move. Meanwhile, Cassie's husband is standing only a few feet away, completely unaware of what's happening.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how to explain that one right there. There's just some things that you just can't explain in life, and that's one of them. Why is the sky blue? Why is grass green? Why did that vape just, shift across the corner without nobody sitting there touching it? I don't know.
As he continues talking on the phone. According to Cassie, the strange activity didn't stop after she returned home. Electronic devices began turning on by themselves.
See, I don't know.
3 loud knocks would occasionally come from the front door, despite no one being outside. Even the family cat
I
started
thought that
staring
was his.
intently.
I thought that was his wife. Yo, never mind. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to whatever this guy's name is. He is completely right, and I would do the same exact thing. I'm never going back in that house. Let me find out I got stuff moving up in my house and I didn't move them. Let me find out somebody's knocking on the door and ain't nobody on the door. Ain't nobody at the door. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the type of person to just deal with that. I'm not gonna call an exorcist. I'm not gonna call no pre. No, I'm selling this house. I'm not telling them about no ghosts, and I'm out of there. I'm moving to a different state, as a matter of fact. I don't even want to stay in that state.
Into empty corners
I
of the
seen
room.
too many horror movies for this, man. What? One day I just wake up and there's a scratch on my back? No, I'm not doing that.
As if it could see something invisible. In another clip, Cassie is home alone when a sudden and unexplained noise startles her so badly that her reaction is caught on camera.
What the fuck?
You're tripping. I'm talking about look. No, I'm not looking at that. I'm out of there. You sitting there confused? I know exactly what I would do. I don't care if I got all that stuff on my house. I'm out.
Disturbing home security footage appears to show someone breaking into this woman's house and deliberately frightening her. A woman named Kimberly shared the footage on Reddit. One night, unable to sleep, she got up around 1:30 a.m. to grab a late-night snack. She was completely alone in the house, which makes what happened next all the more terrifying.
You are insane, bro. Bro, you are insane. No. Never. Ever. And you're sitting in the dark, bruh. You sitting there in the dark, I'm pretty sure. It with the only thing that you got are these little glow lights sitting in a plug and whatnot. You sitting there, hi. And then you finna respond talking about, oh. No! The door is right there. I'm out. I don't give a fuck how long I've been there. I don't care how many days that, what sentimental value, nothing. I am out. I don't care if she's friendly. I'm out. Y'all be tripping.
Jackie. Hi.
And then she's talking to it. Yo, y'all don't learn your lesson from nothing, bruh. Hollywood shows you what happens when you talk to ghosts. Because they probably the one unleashing them and shit. They probably the one unleashing them. That's why they know all about them. Watch The Conjuring. Watch The Exorcist. Watch The Nun 2. Watch anything, bro. It'll tell you exactly what not to do. Do what they do in the movies. Don't do that. Do exactly the opposite and you're good. You sitting there talking to it like this is like going to a house and talking about, hello, is anyone there? No. You just walk in that bitch. You talking about how, oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to bed now.
Going back to bed? Alright, none of mine. She probably thinks she's crazy, she just woke up, she's trying to get a late night Cheerio snack, whatever. And then she thinks she's just hearing voices. Now when I go back and I listen to that shit on my phone, I'm out. Why you keep looking over? Why you
As
acting
Kimberly
scared?
stands in the kitchen, a loud voice suddenly says, "Hi," from directly behind her,
I know
near
we
the
heard
doorway.
it.
Oh, Jesus!
Startled, she immediately
Yeah,
turns
we heard
around,
that shit. We
expecting
already
two
analyzed that
small
shit.
dogs that normally come running the moment they hear food wrappers rustling. This time, however, the dogs keep their bag
Yeah,
containing
because they see
valuable
stuff.
belongings.
See, I don't know about y'all, but I already know that dogs can see stuff that we can't. If a dog looking at some, talking about and whatnot, I'm not going over there. You can go over there, but I'm not.
Had been hanging near the front
Especially
door.
if you know what, maybe I am gonna go over there to test the waters. If it's cold, best believe
But after the
I'm
incident,
out.
it was gone. Based on that, it seems someone may have entered her home, stolen the bag, and even decided to make their presence known. Judging by Kimberly's reaction, she was genuinely terrified.
Stolen the bag of Cheerios? She stole
At
the
around
bag
3
of.
p.m. on a quiet
You
Saturday
telling me the ghost stole the Cheerios? I'm out. Y'all be tripping.
afternoon, a
Y'all
woman
let
named
too
Benita
much slide. That's y'all problem. If y'all didn't let it slide, then it wouldn't happen. If something happens to me, I'm out. If it happened to me again, I'm out. If it happened to me again, I'm out. I don't care how many times I'm out.
was home alone watching TV in her
Well,
kitchen.
maybe then I'm the problem. Maybe it's attached to me, not the house. But
According to Benita, it's rare for her to have the house entirely to herself, especially since several relatives have been staying with her for the past few months. But on this particular day, even they were away, leaving her completely alone, or so she thought, because according to footage captured by a security camera in her kitchen, something very strange happened.
nigga, you're fucking tripping.
It then appeared to rise up before crashing back down with a loud bang. The bizarre sequence of events convinced Benita that this was not a normal appliance malfunction. After all, stoves simply don't behave like that. That's
I knew that was a fucking stove. Are you insane, brother? Y'all let too much slide. I'm gonna keep saying it, bro. I'm moving out instantly. I'm throwing away that stove and I'm moving out.
That's why Benita and her family
You know
believe that
what? No, I'm
something
leaving.
unseen
I'm leaving the stove there. And I'm leaving.
may have been responsible. As mentioned earlier, Benita's relatives had been staying with her for several months following the recent passing of her grandmother, who died of natural causes while under Benita's care. Because of that, some family members believe the figure seen in the footage may have been her grandmother's spirit. But regardless of
That is not your grandma. I'm just gonna tell you that now. It ain't grandma. It's not. It wasn't ever grandma. Grandma, she's in heaven, hopefully. But she's not. That was not her. Grandma was never moving that quick. Not even when she was in 18, 19, 20 prime years. She was not moving that quick. I guarantee you. Like y'all be thinking anything's. Y'all be making excuses. That was not grandma. That was the devil. I guarantee you.
what they believe,
I'm not
I'll leave it
playing
up
with
to
that.
you to decide.
Yeah.
What exactly happened that day? Was there a
Look at how
logical
fast that
explanation
moved.
for what
Moving like a creep. That was a creep. A shadowy creep. And then it was a hungry shadowy creep. That's why I was looking in the stove.
was caught on camera, or was something else at play? One thing is certain.
Niggas don't be
The way that
knowing,
stove
man.
slammed back down was definitely strange. One night, Linda and her partner were fast asleep when they were suddenly awakened by loud banging noises coming from their living room. The sounds were so loud and intense that the couple feared someone was trying to break into their home. They immediately called the police.
This is our house. Now let's look at it before bed. Yeah, dude. Something's in her fucking window right there, bro.
Stop being hyper, please. It's scaring me.
Ready?
Yeah.
Something's in her fucking window.
Hold on. You're gonna hear 3 knocks. The first one is with whoever is holding our curtain where you can see into our house. We're both still in the bed at this point. This is gonna be the first knock. So whoever is inside our house right now, and they've got the curtain pulled up to beat on the door. You're gonna hear the first one, hear the second one, and then the third one. Play it. Second, third.
The following footage was later shared by Linda on her TikTok account, Lendu Hand Airy, where it quickly racked up
I would have did a full sweep of that house. Y'all ass tripping, bro. I'm telling you. I would have did a full sweep of the home. Ain't nobody. If somebody in there, they finna get caught.
a huge number of views. When officers arrived, they reviewed footage captured by a Ring camera mounted near the front door.
Nothing else. No, you can't see anything else. I want you to watch this. Because in her eyes, watch the glass, the reflection on the glass. And like this is you looking out. We didn't move. Okay. We didn't move off the bed until they seen on you. I watched every one of those videos. There are no other movies. Like, I watched every one of those videos. There was nothing outside movies. Obviously, the girl moved inside.
As the motion-activated recording begins, it appears that someone, or something, is pulling back the curtain covering the front door. Even more unsettling is the fact that whoever is moving the curtain seems to be inside the house. Moments later, the curtain is violently pulled shut again with a loud bang. Linda insists that neither she nor her partner left the bedroom and that they remained there until police arrived. Officers thoroughly searched both inside and outside the home, but found no sign of anyone else. None of the valuables in the house had been touched. To this day, it remains a mystery who entered the home, how they managed to leave without being seen, and most importantly, why they
I ain't gonna lie. This is definitely my bad. But I do gotta go. Alright, my fault. I gotta leave soon in the middle of the video. So I just cut a little bit. So instead of 12, it's gonna be more like 7. It's
A
cool.
woman who lives alone with her 2 cats began experiencing a series of strange incidents that were all caught on camera. The videos were uploaded to her TikTok account, TikiWee54. According to her cats sometimes behave in unusually strange ways. She's so attached to her pets that she decided to install a camera in her home to keep an eye on what they get up to when she's away. The camera was equipped with an automatic motion tracking feature, allowing it to follow any movement it detected as the cats wandered around the apartment. However, she soon began regretting the purchase. Ever since installing the camera, it has been capturing things that genuinely frighten her. The footage contains strange sounds that seem to come from nowhere, along with unexplained movements that she cannot account for. All of it has left her deeply unsettled. What's more, these incidents don't just happen when she's away from home. According to the woman, similar events have occurred many times while she was there herself. On one occasion, while standing in the kitchen, she watched an object suddenly fly off a shelf for no apparent reason. But the most unsettling incident happened while she was sitting on her couch.
I know her house smells like ass. Cats mixed with cigarettes. Fucking disgusting. The problem is that it's never unnatural. Like, somebody could be behind that door.
Something occurred that completely caught her off guard. According to her, there was no draft inside the apartment. In fact, she says the apartment is sealed tightly enough to prevent any noticeable airflow from outside. Since nothing like this had ever happened before, she found the incident extremely unusual. Unfortunately, these events have become so frequent that they have started taking a serious toll on her emotional well-being. She admits that she has no idea how to stop whatever is happening, and the constant stress has begun affecting her mental health.
You gotta
Of all
go.
the incidents, one in particular frightened her enough to seek help from others.
You gotta go.
C'est passé quoi? Stop, viens. Attends. Viens. Connard. Espèce de connard. Viens.
Talking about you arsehole.
Laisse cette putain de porte tranquille maintenant. Non, mon fils. Viens. C'est moi. C'est moi, regarde. C'est moi. Viens. Viens. C'est moi. T'inquiète pas. C'est rien. Hein?
But it's not like. Oh shit. Nah, that's cray crack. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy.
Vas-y, éclate-toi, maman. Vas-y. Ferme cette putain de porte. Vas-y.
Shit, she took action, didn't she? Her ass said, move the door now, bitch. Move it. Move the door.
Ça vient, mon bébé, ça vient, viens. Ça vient, c'est moi, n'aie pas peur. N'aie pas peur, c'est moi. Ça vient, ma bébé.
In the footage, a door suddenly begins moving on its own. Even one of the cats nearby appears alarmed, quickly jumping off the bed as if it senses that something is wrong. The cat then rushes out of the doorway, seemingly trying to avoid the closing door. Naturally, the woman was deeply shaken by what she witnessed. If a draft wasn't responsible, then how did the door close on its own? Like the other strange incidents, she has been unable to find an explanation. A woman named Hannah captured something on her home security camera that she still can't explain to this day. Hannah was home alone when she suddenly heard a strange creaking sound coming from the staircase. No one else was in the house at the time. While scrolling through her phone, the camera captured something deeply unsettling.
Dude, I was invited because of lesbian geography, and we've been together almost ever since for 40 years.
What was your first impression of her after I told her?
So exhausted. Very
Brother, you got the track.
I was in blue jeans and a plaid button-down shirt and a big
I don't play with my life right now. Brought the dog. You gonna kill the dog?
Hello?
What did I just say? I just said this. These stupid people talking about, hello? Anybody there? No. You go up there and check. Well, she's a woman. So Yo, if that's the only dog.
The
she
recording
got-
clearly picks up the sound of creaking footsteps on the stairs. Judging by her dog's reaction, the animal seemed to notice something unusual as well. Each time the creaking was heard, the dog began barking. But the creepiest part was yet to come. The camera also captured the sound of rapid footsteps, as if someone was going by the name Infamous Parsley. A Reddit user going by the name Infamous Parsley shared a strange piece of home security footage online. The video shows a room shortly before 8 a.m., and at first, everything appears completely normal. However, just over 30 seconds into the recording, something unusual happens. Take a look for yourself. The room is suddenly illuminated by a mysterious shape. Sometime later, a man enters the room. One observant viewer suggested that he may have heard something and came to investigate. He looks around the area, but doesn't appear to find anything out of the ordinary. Then, the mysterious shape appears once again. The man continues searching the room for a few more seconds, before eventually losing interest and walking away. Reddit users have offered several explanations for the anomaly. One person suggested it may have been caused by LED lights in the room, while another believed it could have been the result of a malfunctioning camera sensor.
It was probably a
But what do you think
Or there was a
was
crack
actually
in the
captured on camera?
Probably a
Were the
crack.
mysterious shape and sudden flash of light simply the result of a technical issue? Or did the footage capture something far
You can
more
still kinda
unusual?
see some right here. Oh, what I sent to the video.